part that you're going back into. And I was trying to explain to the brother, when we talk about the chaos field, we're not talking about anarchy as far as literal chaos that way. Hell, that's what you're in now. We're talking about the cosmic ethers of spirit, where this particular physical realm, the hologram disappears. And that comes to the word pan-demon. Pan-demon. People say, well, why are you getting all crazy now? Because I got to a certain level and you learn a certain knowledge and you can't go back to the stuff. You got to tell the people what the deal is. You got to get off of spookism. Now, what is the pan-demon? The pan-demon. The pan-demon. You thinking it's some messed up stuff. The pan-demon is the Sabbatic goat, the Sabbath. The god Pan comes from the original god of Africa, Sut, or Sut-Nesi, which means the black one. This is the key. Now, let's explain this stuff to get you off the spook. I'm going to say this over again, because when I went to New York, we're in New York City, and you got to come with new stuff, because we are the Afrocentric New York City and the Afrocentric paradigm. So I come and put the real deal shit on, and the niggas got scared as hell. Got scared. Scared, oh, they got scared as I said, see, y'all still into that spookism. I said, I'm going to put the real deal on you. Look, understand this. In the ancient world, physics, geometry, astronomy, energy, heat, light, air, water, all your chemistry that comes from the word alchemy was encoded into mythology. Now this is the key to get you off the spook. When you see stuff that look like this that you are scared of, I'm going to tell you there's only energy. And you are energy. Just like the cosmos is energy. This is the key. White man learned this a long time ago, and he been ruling the world and all and got y'all messed up. Y'all pray every day in the damn church and all, and you the worst people on earth as far as your conditions. Can't get out of nothing. Don't see, the problem is you've been taking these Sunday school stories that you never graduated out of Sunday school literally. You understand? Anytime you see hieroglyphic icons and symbols in the ancient world, it's explaining energy. When you see energy like this that looks the most hideous, it's explaining the most powerful energy. You understand? You see how you get some more powerful energy? They put a damn skull and crossbones on the bottle. You understand that? You see? It didn't mean that the skull and the crossbones was in the bottle. It was explaining the degree of energy. You understand this? You got to get this, because see, everybody's spooked out about some damn devil that don't exist. When you see this Sabbatic goat, this is energy. They took a hieroglyph or an icon to explain the most powerful energy on the planet. You understand? You see the third eye. That's the third eye in you. See what I'm saying? That's called the third eye of Lucifer, which means light bringer. It's a story that's going on in a school of the souls, and it ain't got nothing to do with no damn devil up under no ground or you going to hell. You understand what I'm saying? You are mixing in religious fundamentalism into esoteric teachings. You are the people that's going to be gods. You are the ones that's here. So when the ships come and when the shit come down, you're going to be the ones, because you are, those people are. Every ignorant person you see out there, every Uncle Tom you see out, every person you see out, they got first dibs into the hereafter, not you. You the helpers. If you go before them, they are lost. So don't be saying, see, that's the thing about the ego. As soon as we gain some knowledge, the first thing we want to do is start beating down some niggas. We all 2 days in the knowledge now. See what I'm saying? We all 2 days in the knowledge. We either got a Budweiser in our hand, and if you wasn't that, you was the one at other extreme. If you wasn't doing the Budweiser kick, you were jumping up and down jumping up and down on top of your head in some damn holy sanctified church. One and the other, they're the same damn dichotomy. Same thing. Same thing, no difference. So now, first time we get a little bit of knowledge, the first thing we do, go beat some niggas over the head. I went to Hampton. All the little brothers, you know, they like juniors, seniors, and freshmen. They're gonna grow the dreads, you know, and all the stuff. And literally, they're thinking literal. Brother, why you cut your hair for? I said, brother, see, I understand the concept of what you're saying, brother, that you want to identify with an African paradigm other than a European paradigm. I say, but brother, that should be the first stage. But if you get stuck there, all of a sudden you become just the same as bad as the person you came from. You're getting stuck into the physical. I say, ultimately, brother, it's a bigger picture. And if you get stuck into the smaller picture, you'll get stuck. So you go to the opposite of what you want to get away from. But if you stay there, you become just as bad as what you left. You see what I'm saying? Brother, I try to be righteous and all this kind of thing. I say, brother, first of all, that damn dog out there, that cat, that rat, and none of them don't need no book on how to be righteous. Soon as you put a label on it, it automatically becomes evil. That's why the church, if you see most of them, you can't stand most of them because they come up and waving a Bible in your face. On some doggone scriptures, which is the first leg of trying to get back to something that is divine. But they got stuck there. So therefore, they just quote the doggone scriptures and all that kind of thing, but their spirit don't never get, their spirit never leaves from the same level. They just go right in with the physical. They just support the doggone physical. Now, going back to this, whenever you see this icon, it's talking about power. This is a symbol of the most ancient God. Let's read this. Now, and I say this because see, all you got to do with all the doggone, let me get this right. All you got to do with all the so-called people is take their ass back far enough. And you best believe most of them niggas will go back to damn the beginning of Hebrewism and they'll stop. Take them on back into Kemet and then take them on back. And sooner or later, the mugs going to have to bear witness. Let's see about this thing here. The Draconian cult, which is the most ancient cult, the cult of the dragon of the deep ones of space that brought to earth the Ophidian cult worshipped by the ancient Typhonians. The god is called Sut. Sut or Sut-Nessi derives from an incalculably ancient name. Sut was the primordial god of the Egyptians. No earlier god in recorded history exists. It's either Sut, Al-Sut, or Sutek. Sutek later on becomes Melchizedek. Jesus is what? The priest king of the order of Melchizedek. Sut later on is in doggone Samaria, is called Sut-On. There was a group of people called the Yazidi tribe, and the Yazidi tribe worshiped Shaitan. In another part, he's Baal. Another part, he's Sut. He's all of these particular ancient names. By the time they start fighting, one start calling the other god evil. It's a political breakdown. But the original god is called Sut. Sut-On, Sut, which means the black one. Anubis means the dog, which is messenger. Anubis, Sut-On, which means the opener. Which means the opener. He goes to Greece and is known as Pan. And this is the doggone symbol of Pan in Greece, which the ancient black Greeks put in before the white man came in. In the mid-century, in medieval England, and also early parts of the Hebrew religion, all they did was got together and they made a doggone icon of the devil. The devil of Sut-On only means the Nubian. It means the black man. By the time the white man starts filtering into religion, by the time the Torah starts being translated and all this, they take the ancient black man, which they meant this. It's political then. They took the symbol of Pan from Greece, because that was later on the time they got it. This is the original symbol, is Pan-Heru, or Pan-Heru, which is also Suthar in Egypt. Let me show you another picture. Y'all all right? Y'all getting this? Y'all got to get this because you got to get spooked out of the shit that's coming back. Really, some stuff get ready to hit the earth. And you got to know what it is. So you got to get off the spookism. You catching hell, only devil that exists as far as the embodiment of evil is the white man. And you ought to know that more than anybody else in the universe. Horus, which is the Christ that's coming back. Soot. In the back of your head is the medulla oblongata. I'm going to come back to this pan head root. Which is soot, which is headed, which is the black dot. We talking about energy. You in the mystery system now. You ain't fucking around with fairy tales no more like everybody else. They've been arguing over the past 1,000 years off of the esoteric. That's why they argue about it. Because they take history and try to make it literal. Or they take the scriptures and try to put history with it and try to make it literal, like a place, a time, and a person. And they arguing about all that stuff. And the person up under the mysteries, like your Sufis, like your Gnostics, like your Kabbalistic people, they laughing. Ha ha, them niggas up there laughing. They laughing.